So, but as a comedian, because a lot of material and all that, you remember, I think during COVID, you were doing a lot of videos on YouTube and that also talked about political situation in Malaysia. Lah. So now that things are like that, lah, you know, it's more stable and whatever, do you feel like there's less to bitch about, less material as a comedian?
Oh, well, see, in Malaysia, there will always be a wealth of material.
Oh, is it?
Material is non-stop. Non-stop. If I do a stand-up comedy show just on current events and political news, right?
Yeah.
I think I can easily do a half-hour show every month. Every month. It's ridiculous stuff every month. So yeah, there will never be a shortage of material from politicians and politics in Malaysia. But having said that, like last year, I think you all know also, like during election year, our comedy club got shut down. Rizal Bengezer, my brother in comedy, he was arrested to assist in investigations because one of his videos touched upon race and religion. You know, so the racial sentiment and religious sentiment was very high in end of the second half of 2022. And I think I felt the most pessimistic then, like, because, like, you know, comedy cannot do. You know, freedom of speech is curtailed.
So actually, so from what I recall, it was one comedian during an open mic.
Yeah, she wasn't even a comedian; she was an open mic, trying out for the first time. So she she came on stage. She said, "I'm a Muslim." Then she took off her hijab, and then she took off the whatever she was wearing to reveal like she was wearing some sexy clothes. And he said, "Oh, what's up, motherfuckers?" And then she uploaded that clip. And someone else re-uploaded the clip saying, "This is insulting to Islam." So then there was a lot of hate towards her and the club that allowed this to happen. So within 12 hours, the club was raided by authorities. Then you're shut down. And then shortly after that, so the mob was like they were very angry. And then they say, Hey, the owner is this guy who's also a comedian. Let's check his videos. Or there's a few clips of him talking about his experiences, which touched upon religion. And then they were like, okay lah. Then a mob formed. They protested in front of a police station, live Facebook Live, everything. And then they submitted a police report, and he was arrested for and remanded for 24 hours.
Oh shit!
And now he's charged with Section 233 of the Communications and Multimedia Act, which is uploading videos with the intention of annoying people. I mean, this is layman phrase lah. But the word intention is there, so it's a very nebulous law because like who can judge or arbitrate intent? Because as a comedian, I'm telling you, he uploaded the videos with no intention of annoying anybody. The intention is to gain exposure, make people laugh. So who can say the intent is what?
So that means he's charged with that.
He's charged with that. So it's undergoing trial.
So then because in generally in comedy, you will say stuff that some people might find annoying, right? So did you feel like, oh shit, soon it's going to be
we had a
other
meeting.
comedians?
We had a meeting after that. Shortly after he was released. And the truth is, we are all seditious. We are all... Anyone can make a police report and say, hey, I find your video annoying lah, but but my intent is not to annoy. My intent is to be funny. If you're annoyed, then don't watch. That's the problem with the law, because that is a criminal law, I think so. And that it involves the police. It's not nice. You know, if you don't like something, whatever, there are civil laws that can help with, that you can settle it among yourselves. But this one involves prison time, fines, and jail sentences. It's ridiculous. It shouldn't exist in a mature democracy. But then again, Malaysia is not a mature country.
So he got charged because he's the owner of the club?
No, he got charged because he...
Oh, the videos that he
has.
The day after the club, when he was arrested for...
No, he was arrested a week after.
A week after. That was because, what's his affiliation?
The haters started, this one, Rizal is a comedian.
Oh, so it was just he was another comedian performing that night, or...
No, Rizal is the owner.
He's the owner of the club.
So this club is
I see.
promoting hate. Hate, inverted commas. Then, he's the owner of the club. This guy. This guy also, no wonder they are. So then he's going through the trial right now. But since then, because Malaysians like, you are taking away our space, and you're clamping down on stand-up comedy. So Malaysians are now more supportive of stand-up comedy.
Oh yeah?
They are still coming out to shows in force everywhere. Like we have a lot of pop-up shows here and there. So it's good. I can tell that the support is still there. So it's great.
So things are fully back to normal already in Malaysia.
In terms of the lockdown pandemic, yes, it's no masks. Shows are allowed to happen. Just that we don't have a full-time comedy club now. But the good thing is other comedians are taking upon themselves to do pop-up shows and everything. And I do lots of shows with Rizal together. And I think he's in a weird way, he's happier now.
Is it?
Because he now is not tied to the comedy club.
I see.
He's free to perform for himself. And he's getting better and better. So it's amazing to watch.
And he's also probably in some way more people know of him.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He's the one who got implicated.
Because shortly after that, because he was trending on Twitter.
Oh, is it?
He was his name appeared on mainstream news. So because I used to make fun. He said he always hey, see Jason, you last time you used to advise me, upload my comedy clips on social media. You see what happened? Then I said, hey bro, you trending on Twitter and you got covered by Berita Harian. No, you know how hard is it? I've never seen a comedian get covered, so it'd be great.
It's like last time Faz also, when he made that joke, about Najib. That one, he did say it opened him up to the Malaysian audience.
But I think Faz should re-upload the clip now. Because the guy's convicted.
No, I think he probably did. I think Faz probably did.
I better check. For your listeners who may not know, Faz did a joke in Singapore where he said the bahasa Melayu is different in Malaysia than in Singapore. In Malaysia, you say this. In Singapore, we say this. Or Singapore, we say this. Malaysia, you say that. So for example, they say, in Singapore, we say pencuri. Malaysia, you say Perdana Menteri. Whatever. So... Which is a harmless joke, but my God, so many people got upset.
Yeah, man.
They tried to ban him from immigration. They tried to ban him from coming to Malaysia. They tried to...
Death threats.
They filed a police report, death threats to his family. Also, it's the staple. It's the same playbook that was lobbied against Rizal and Gizel. But the one thing that I'm very happy about with Faz and Rizal is that they never apologize for the jokes. They never said, I'm sorry. Never said that. None. No, comedians shouldn't apologize for their jokes.
But so coming to Singapore and performing here, you think it's a better place to
freedom? You feel
there's more freedom.
It's very weird because I think who said this? Rizal said this. He said so in July, August, September. We performed at the Esplanade Theatre at the Kings and Queens of Comedy. He was his first big show. And then he said, I come to Singapore and it's great to perform live again. He said, things are bad when Malaysian comedians have to go to Singapore to practice their freedom of speech. But over the years, I think Singapore is, compared to Malaysia, Singaporeans, the scene here has a bit more levity and a bit more freedom to perform. I don't think there's ever been a case where a Singaporean comedian gets hauled to the police station because of a joke. Has there been?
If you find Amos E funny.
Oh yeah, the first not a comedian.